Lois treated all of her sons badly.
Ho!
It wasn't me, it was him!
Okay! Into the hallway!
But how Lois abused Malcolm for 18 years without ever once believing she was doing it is the most uncomfortable question this show ever raised.
Oh, your grandmother and all your friends are just gonna love this at your next birthday party!
There's a moment in season 2 that looks like just another Lois overreaction.
Reese is flunking almost every subject, and I'm going to recommend that he be moved into the remedial class.
No!
Malcolm gets ordered to tutor his brother against his will.
You will sit down every night and work until those grades are up.
But it contains the single most honest line Lois ever delivers about her relationship with her middle son. Reese's teacher, Mr. Woodward, has been deliberately failing him.
What was the cause of the Great Depression? He put down Black Thursday. That's a correct answer.
No, that's only a partial answer.
Lois finds out and threatens to report him.
You gave something he wrote an F?
Woodward turns it around. If she does, the school will also discover that Malcolm completed Reese's test for him.
Then the school will find out Malcolm cheated. He'll be expelled.
Lois doesn't pause. She looks at Woodward and tells him
I would sell Malcolm down the river in a heartbeat to save Reese.
What?
Malcolm's gonna be fine no matter what happens.
maybe he'll have to go to junior college or start off blue collar, but he'll work his way up to management eventually. Reese is the one who needs saving.
No mother could ever be that callous to her own son.
Mom, please let me come home!
The show doesn't need to editorialize, it just lets Francis stand there.
Maybe we can work something out.
The fan community cataloged what happens in this scene as a named trope for the entire show, because you can cope. It's Lois's general operating principle for how she treats Malcolm. If you can handle something, it will be handed to you.
Why do I have to tutor him?
Because God gave you a giant brain. Blame him.
Reese screws up and I get punished for it?
If you can't, you'll be protected. And the tragedy is that this isn't cruelty in the conventional sense. It's a policy Lois has decided is reasonable.
You don't think I'd sacrifice this one?
Malcolm is fine. Malcolm will always be fine. And because she believes that, she never has to look at what she's actually doing to him. Hal and Lois are going through old footage that shows her with a very young Francis. The woman in that footage is warm, attentive, and completely unrecognizable as the person we've been watching.
Never gonna let you out of my sight again.
It looks like a different family. The transformation came through Francis. He was reckless in ways that wore her down.
Francis, unlock the door. Unlock the door right now!
And somewhere in the process of dealing with him, she stopped being the mother in that footage and became the mother we know.
Reese, give it a rest!
By the time Reese arrived, literally kicking her from the inside hard enough to cause a hospitalization, she had already started hardening.
Literally.
How will you stop it?
By the time Malcolm was born, the soft version of Lois was gone. He never had access to her.
Mom, Hal, you're forcing it further in his mouth and he's gonna choke to death!
This matters for a specific reason. When people debate whether Lois is a bad mother, they often point to Ida as the explanation that excuses everything.
How tough is it to hit an old woman? Oh.
Ida raised Lois in an environment of genuine cruelty, manipulative, physically abusive, deeply favoritist.
You are a horrible mother! You've always been a horrible mother!
Lois absorbed that and never fully processed it before she had children of her own. What she ended up passing on wasn't just what Ida did to her. It was quieter than that.
What did he do this time?
He took a joyride in a street cleaner.
Get in here.
It was a set of assumptions about which children need protection and which ones don't. And the child who got the least protection was the one she was most sure would be fine. Malcolm arrives home 1 minute late from studying with Stevie.
Congratulations, you're grounded. What?
That night, a freight train derails nearby and toxic chemicals spill across the neighborhood.
Sir, we have to evacuate the entire neighborhood. I need you to leave your house immediately.
Malcolm points out to Lois that they are in an emergency situation.
Mom, we can all die.
If that happens, you're off the hook.
She's joking. The grounding stands. From his assigned cot, Malcolm watches Reese run a black market operation out of the supply closet.
Some idiot left the storage closet unlocked. I've got every Dixie cup in the place.
He watches Hal corner local officials about personal guilt for the derailment.
I have got to ease these people's suffering. They have got to know that I am here for them.
He watches Dewey convince the entire gymnasium he's an orphan.
Then I fell down, and when I woke up, the ambulance man was holding me.
He is not allowed to leave the cot. When his friends come over, Lois turns them away.
Everyone, my son? He's being punished. No one should talk to him.
When a news crew tries to interview him, she shoos the reporter off on national television.
No. You're not talking to him. He's grounded.
When a small child steals his shoe and taunts him with it from across the room,
Just the bad boy want his shoe back.
Lois forbids him from standing up to get it back. There's a fan community that has discussed this episode for over 20 years, and the emotional response is still visceral.
Malcolm, get back on that cot.
The reason is simple. This is one of the only episodes in the show's run where the comedy structure gets stripped away and what's underneath is just ugly.
Mom, cut it out. I don't know what you think you're doing. How did you get so strong?
Malcolm did nothing. He was 1 minute late coming home from studying, and Lois carried a grounding into a chemical evacuation, escalated it in front of hundreds of people, and publicly humiliated him in a situation where he was already trapped.
You did that just to humiliate me.
Is that what you think?
Yes, it was completely unjustified.
Malcolm eventually stands up and calls her out.
This isn't parenting. This is just sadism.
Oh, you think I enjoy this?
Yes, I do.
He's right, and the crowd knows it. The shelter warden tells her that the people inside are furious about how she treated Malcolm, and that between that and everything her family has been getting up to while she wasn't watching.
I think it's best you stay out here with the other troublemakers.
They knock on the window and ask Malcolm to bring them blankets.
I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to leave my cot.
The show frames this as a satisfying ending, but the episode doesn't really have a satisfying ending, it just has one. What Lois did to Malcolm in that gymnasium is the clearest the show ever gets about what kind of parenting she is actually practicing.
Well, good. It'll be the first time in 10 years a punishment's actually stuck.
She didn't react to something he did. She performed power over the one person in the room who couldn't leave. The evacuation is the loudest example, but the logic runs through the whole series. Lois forces Malcolm to work alongside her at Lucky Aid rather than let him find a job somewhere better.
You look handsome. My little working man's first day on the job.
And here's where the fan community gets genuinely divided. Because there's a counter-argument that the show spends a lot of energy building, and it isn't wrong. Lois has 5 children, works full-time at Lucky Aid, manages a household that includes Reese, and grew up being raised by Ida.
You're smoking? After all the times you lectured us? After telling us if we smoked you would kill us before the cancer did?
The thing that fans who defend her always point to, correctly, is that she never had any tools. Nobody gave them to her. She is, as the online community put it, a woman with fleas, frightening lasting effects of abuse.
I remember every morning in the bathroom shoving these things down my shirt and feeling like such an awkward, ugly little girl.
She picked up Ida's patterns without inheriting Ida's genuine cruelty, and she never fully processed the difference.
When I work, I have 2 cigarettes. One on my morning break, one in the afternoon.
But the fleas argument has a limit, because what the show is documenting with Malcolm specifically isn't that Lois was harsh, she was harsh with all of them.
You are going to fix the roof.
That is totally unfair.
What it's documenting is the particular damage that comes from being the child a parent is never worried about. Reese destroyed things and was intervened for because Lois was frightened for him.
You think just because you hide the note, the parent-teacher meeting will just go away?
Francis was a war, but it was a war she engaged in. She knew he was there.
Francis, as long as you are in this house, you will do as I say.
Malcolm got something different. He got her confidence. And her confidence in him meant she never had to look closely at what she was asking him to absorb. The contrast with Dewey is worth sitting with. Dewey largely escapes the worst of this because he was never her primary project.
Some crazy couple steals me and then raises me as a girl. It's on your head.
No, it's not.
He watched, kept quiet, and figured out how to maintain just enough contact that Lois never fully turned her energy toward him. In the reboot, when the whole family is dragged back for Hal and Lois's anniversary, Dewey is the one who simply doesn't come.
Hey, Leah, do you want to hear all the horrible things he's ever done?
Yes, kids.
Malcolm couldn't do that. Malcolm is valedictorian. He has been accepted to Harvard, and Stevie's father has brought his wealthy friend Cedric Hampton over for lunch.
Now, when I started out, I had an 8-bit bus that ran at 4.7 megahertz, and I was happy to have it.
This is fantastic. I haven't understood a word you've said for the last 10 minutes.
A tech billionaire who has seen some of Malcolm and Stevie's programming work and is impressed enough to offer them both a 2-year contract, 6 figures each, with stock options. Malcolm is ready to say yes. Before he can finish the sentence, Lois steps in.
Well,
That's a very generous offer, Mr. Hampton, but no.
Mom, what do you...
Malcolm's going to college. He's going to finish his education, but thank you very much.
He wasn't asking you. He was...
Ma'am, I completely understand.
Hampton withdraws the offer entirely.
Sorry, kid. 24/7 job. You need your whole family behind you.
Malcolm never got to answer for himself. What follows is the scene where Lois tells Malcolm what she has actually been building toward his entire life.
And then you become governor of a mid-sized state, and then you become president.
Not someday, not as an aspiration, as a plan. She lays out the whole trajectory.
The life you're supposed to have is you go to Harvard, and you earn every fellowship and internship they have.
She has had this mapped out for him without ever telling him. Malcolm's response,
Have you decided my position on capital gains tax cut?
is funny, but what's behind it isn't. He is 18 years old and has just discovered that his mother has been running a presidency project using his life as the raw material, and that she considers him neither old enough nor entitled enough to have been told about it.
What if I don't want to be president?
It's too late for that. You're going to do it.
The show frames Lois's speech as a strange gift, her belief in him rendered as pressure, her love expressed as certainty that he can do something enormous. Lois's confidence in Malcolm is genuine. It just never occurred to her to ask whether he wanted to carry it. When the reboot came out and fans got hold of the bathroom confrontation scene, the reaction was immediate and personal.
You've always had these gigantic expectations of me. Like I'm some sort of superhuman brain that can fix all the world's problems. I'm sorry, I can't.
The thread that went most viral wasn't about the scene itself. It was about recognition. User after user describing coming back to their childhood home and regressing within minutes. One described calling her mother, feeling completely fine beforehand, and flying into a rage the moment the call connected.
Malcolm, I need you to call me back today about our anniversary. We have to know when you're coming, and we know you're coming.
Not because of anything said, just the pattern re-engaging.
So we drive each other nuts, so what? That's what families do.
Another said watching Malcolm key his own car felt like seeing a physical manifestation of something he'd never been able to put into words. The comment that got the most engagement was, and how narcissistic family systems emotionally regress adult offspring. The narcissism debate is the one that runs through every serious Malcolm in the Middle discussion.
I just didn't want you there because you
Is Lois a narcissist? And the answer the fan community keeps landing on is, not quite. Ida is the narcissist.
Should rip out your throat.
Lois is what happens when a child of a narcissist has children before she's finished understanding what was done to her. She sacrifices for her family. Real narcissistic parents don't do that. They don't want good things for their children. They want things from their children.
You're suing us?
Lois genuinely wants good things for Malcolm. She just decided what those things are on his behalf without consultation across 18 years and handed him the bill. The story truth versus truth argument keeps coming up in these discussions too. The idea that a sitcom accesses something real through exaggeration that a realistic drama couldn't.
I'm cold and I'm hungry. Please, I'll fix the roof. I'll paint the house. I'll do anything, Mom.
None of this would hold up in a literal reading. The boys do things that should result in prison sentences.
It's the key to the girls' locker room. We were actually standing where girls take showers.
But the emotional experience of growing up as the capable one, the one who can always take it, the one whose suffering doesn't trigger the alarm because everyone already knows they'll be fine, that lands true. And the reboot made it explicit in a way the original series tone never allowed. His parenting style is the explicit opposite of Lois's. Non-confrontational, careful, built around the thing he didn't get. He has maintained near zero contact with his family for years as a deliberate strategy.
So I've arranged my life to ensure absolute minimum contact. My house is a 2-layover flight from anyone. I'm always swamped with work on holidays.
His opening monologue in the reboot establishes this directly. He is happy and productive, and the way he stays happy and productive is by staying away.
Every single bad thing that happened in my life is your fault!
At Hal and Lois's anniversary party, Lois tracks him down in the men's bathroom and demands they talk. What follows is the most unguarded the show has ever been.
I like myself better when I'm not around you.
So you have said.
That years of impossible expectations left him incapable of feeling like anything he did was enough, that he has been carrying the weight of the presidency project, a goal he never agreed to, that she never asked him about, his entire adult life.
President is that what this is about? Malcolm, that was just a plan. Plans aren't contracts. They're just plans.
When plans don't work out, you make new ones. That answer lands badly, and it should.
You've been lying to me all this time? Do you know the kind of trauma you caused me for a lie?
Malcolm didn't fail a plan. He spent 18 years being propelled toward a future he didn't choose, absorbing the cost of being the capable one, enduring the evacuation and lucky aid in the graduation ambush, and the woman who ran all of it is telling him it was always just a flexible framework.
You're a good father. You're a good man. Better than we ever hoped.
They reconcile. Lois acknowledges she was probably too hard on him.
I just miss you. I miss you too.
The scene earns that reconciliation. It doesn't feel false. Jane Kaczmarek and Frankie Muniz play it with enough weight that it holds. But the reconciliation doesn't undo the accounting. Malcolm in the Middle spent 7 seasons being deliberately ambiguous about Lois. The boys are chaotic enough that the ledger stays messy.
Unlock the door right now!
You're a liar! You stay out!
Every time she goes too far, someone burns something down. The show keeps one hand on the scale at all times. But the evacuation exists, the tutoring re-speech exists, the graduation sabotage exists, and Frankie Muniz at 40, reverting to a damaged kid the moment he's back in range of his mother, that is one of the most honest things the franchise has ever produced. The show's thesis is right there in the theme song. Life is unfair. It just took 26 years and a reboot to acknowledge who specifically made it that way. And if you want to understand how Hal could love Lois this deeply while missing what she was doing to Malcolm, that video is right here.